Hello everyone, this is going to be the third video that I'm going to be uploading regarding my process of painting, weathering, transforming my Gunpla models. I do not have a lot of Gunpla models. I probably have just a few, maybe a dozen of them, and I do not have a lot of time to actually work on them. I wish I had, but the weathering takes a lot of time. So I'm trying to actually get to the point that I have a technique that can help you get the best results on the less amount of time. I'm a designer. I like hacking things, fixing things, trying techniques, trying different ways of organizing, fixing, arranging things. So with my Gunpla models, I decided to kind of the same. I started working with, I can tell you the airbrush is probably the best result you can get, but when you're working with short amount of time and short amount of resources, you can do something like this and still with your master grades or your high grades get a really good result. So this one is the final result, or final to this point, of my IBO high grade Barbados, and I think the result is pretty cool with the inner frame. This one's, especially the Iron Blooded Orphans, they have an inner frame that is paintable, so you can actually paint the whole thing and then spray it and then retouch it if it's needed. One of the things that I have found, if you have seen my previous videos, I work with the Crayola markers, metallic markers. They're not the greatest, they're not permanent, but they do allow you to do something that is brushing. So I do, after I apply my markers, I do dry brush on my models, and they obtain this really nice brushed feeling that when you apply a regular Sharpie, it's not going to be there. Sharpie is good for little details, like if you want it to be this feeling of something that is covered. The same thing that happens with the Gundam markers, it will cover your piece. But the good thing about the brushing is that it will maintain the shape and the form, but it will give texture and feeling to the metal part. So you probably have seen the video that I've been working on my Kampfer, the master grade Kampfer. This model has been saved for, I keep it in a drawer for months, and I decided I'm gonna go ahead and paint it. I started with the arms, and I got a pretty good result. I like the accents and the color. If you've seen my previous videos, it's staying there. It's not brushing off. It's actually a really good result, I think, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish painting this whole thing. This video, it's a little bit of a planned video. You're not gonna see more of a technique here, but I want to lay out a little bit of plan of the next videos that I'm going to be uploading. This is going to be the one of them. It's going to be the whole painting of the inner frame of the Kampfer and the final result. I'm going to be applying a dull coat on top of not on the inner frame, but on the outer exterior of the model, and I'm gonna see what are the chances of adding a LED light on the face. And then the other project that I was done with, that was my Vidar, I finished it with this one. I did with the blue metallic marker of the Crayolas. I did the outside, and with the black I did the inner frame with this model that shows up a lot of the inner frame. It's really good, and I think that the result is pretty cool. It gives you this metallic sense and feeling without investing time and resources on doing the airbrushing. Again, the airbrushing is probably the best, but this is pretty good. It's not running off, it's really steady, and if you look at parts where the black it's applied, it's a really nice color, completely different to what you get on the plastic thing, right? So I want to do the same thing with this one that I did with the Kampfer, is that I want to apply a little bit more accents and a little bit on the metal, you said, the brushing outside, so I can get more a volume on the black side of the black parts. The other thing that I want to do with this one is a couple of things. The first one, I want to fix the swords things that they go in on the sides. I saw a couple of videos online where they crop the swords so that you can actually pull them off. I want to do something on the inside to see if I can hold them a little bit. Maybe I'll use Sugru. If you want to see or know what Sugru is, You can see there's another video that I uploaded on Sugru. I'll probably use that on the inside to make it more tight, and so they don't fall off like this. The final thing that I want to do with this model is that if you have seen the high grades and this one too, they actually come with one single piece skirts, front skirts. And I have seen videos online. I just want to crop this one. This is going to be like a small thing that I'm going to do to my model, just cropping here and separating them. But then, I mean, the handlers of the guns are a little bit annoying. They're not taking you anywhere. If you have the guns hold by the model, they're gonna be still here. So it's kind of like a weird thing, right? So what I want to do is I thought about like cropping this and then how to hold the gun inside, right? So I thought about the idea of like using magnets, and I saw someone on YouTube, a YouTuber, doing a video cropping this and adding a piece of plastic and extending this so it's wider and you can actually get the guns there, and using magnets too. I don't want to go that far because I actually like the size of this skirts, and I think that the extension is gonna look a little bit weird. So what I decided to do is I'm just gonna crop the handlers on here, and I found this little tiny magnets. If you check the inside of the skirt, you will see that there's like plastic marks, that they're rounded plastic marks. Basically the magnets are that size. So I'm thinking about adding the magnets, and then I found this piece of metal that is a really thin piece of metal, and I thought, well, maybe I can just change the gun and add this layer to the gun, this metal layer to the gun, right, and mask it with the same texture and feeling so it doesn't look weird, and then get the gun to stick to the magnet, right? So instead of having the magnet, the gun floating around or stuck there, it's going to be something that you can actually take and put back. There is going to be something there that is going to be weird, and is that once you get the gun inside, there's going to be a little bit of a gun sticking out. I definitely don't mind that, and I prefer having a little bit of a gun sticking out than cropping and sewing and painting the whole piece, that I think it's going to be too much. So those are going to be my next videos. I just wanted to create one single video of laying out my plan. It's kind of like a way of helping me and forcing me not to procrastinate and do my videos and upload them. So hopefully in the next couple of days you will see a couple of my videos being uploaded. I'm gonna upload, as I mentioned before, one regarding Sugru that is gonna be interesting for people who are users on how to save them. I basically mix two techniques of different people, so if you want to watch it, it's on my YouTube channel too. And if you have more questions about the technique that I'm using, there's a couple of videos before that you can actually watch and see my technique, and just please comment, see if you have tried it and what are the results that you're getting. Maybe we can share together and produce something. So again, don't forget to visit my channel, subscribe if you want, and sign in. I'm gonna be trying to keep posting new videos of ways in which I'm finishing my projects. They're not complex large projects, but I think that there's ways for you guys, if you don't have the amount of time or the the time to actually work on a large project with paintings, Gunpla models. These are really good techniques of like finding quick solutions for really good final results. So thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed this video, and the next one's coming.